audience.
Do you want to be the fox or the girl?
You be the girl, I'll be the fox.
7-year-old Shani Harcherek is deadly serious about her video games.
Oh, wait, follow my lead, okay?
Okay.
Hold it!
Whoa. Nice, good job, team.
But during these countless hours on her Xbox, she's not shooting anyone.
That's a Ogvik. That's what you call it in Nunavut.
That's awesome. Whoa.
She's battling a blizzard,
You're a spirit fox.
communicating with spirits,
Did you save me from a polar bear? Duh.
trying to protect her people. Shani is playing a game called Never Alone, based on a legend of the Inupiaq, a group of native Alaskans who live above the Arctic Circle. In the game, an orphan girl, Nuna, must overcome a series of obstacles to discover what's causing the never-ending snowstorm that threatens to annihilate her village. The game is a collaboration between several Alaska Native groups who are using today's technology to interest a younger generation in their own culture. The game also introduces that culture to a wider audience.
One day over lunch about 3.5 years ago, I'm sitting with our team and we said, why not video games? Why not use the greatest asset that we have, our people, our stories, our culture?
Gloria O'Neill is CEO of the Cook Inlet Tribal Council, an organization that typically provides social services to Alaska Native groups.
I went to the elders of our community along with our board and asked for permission. And at first some of the elders like scratching their head going,
What's Xbox?
well, they all have grandkids, so
That's what they all know.
they got it. And their boldness, but they were going, I wonder if this is a little crazy.
The game would cost millions to make, and since nothing like it had ever been attempted, there was no guarantee it would make money, a key demand of the board.
And when that was brought up, my response was, the elders are so great that when we use their foundation, use their stories in an honorable, respectful way, we'll make the best possible game that we can make for this particular project.
We're taught that there's no hierarchy.
The group chose Ishmael Hope, an expert in the storytelling traditions of Alaska's indigenous groups, to write the script. He set the story in an environment that was already somewhat familiar to a global audience.
The game is based on this place. This is Barrow, Alaska, the largest of a series of villages here above the Arctic Circle that belong to the Inupiaq people. Their culture, their stories are based on a life drawn from whaling, from caribou, from a subsistence life that in many ways is slipping away.
James Nagiak is an expert in the Inupiaq language. He narrates Never Alone.
Is Inupiaq culture and language in danger, in your opinion?
Our way of life, the way that we lived was in the language, and that's going to be lost by the young people.
He says the game could help preserve a language that is spoken by only 2,000 of the 15,000 Inuit remaining in Alaska.
So maybe playing the game would make them interested enough to get really serious about living the Inupiaq way.
To make sure the game succeeded in the competitive gaming world, they turned to industry experts based in Seattle.
It is not an industry that's known for its cultural sensitivity
No.
or its sensitivity toward women
No.
or anything else.
Our industry has not done a good job at portraying Indigenous folks within games, very stereotypical. And in this case, we realized that not only do we have to become real students of the culture, we had to do a lot of listening, really check our egos at the door and know that we're coming here to learn.
This year, Never Alone won the BAFTA, the UK equivalent of an Oscar, for Best Debut Video Game.
It's been very critically acclaimed, but I mean, how's it going? It's a brutal landscape.
Yeah, it's surpassed all of our expectations. I mean, 2.5 million downloads worldwide. It's on about 5 major platforms at this point.
It's trying to get me because I'm made out of meat.
For Shani's father, Nook, the fact that Never Alone is sparking his daughter's interest in her culture is all that matters.
We're adapting constantly. If there's a better way to kind of communicate a message to a certain audience, like kids, they like video games, that they can actually learn something from and have fun doing it. So yeah, I think we're doing an awesome job.
It's actually cool. It's an evil spirit. Run!